Hi everyone, this is Jackson Martin and Matt West at UNC Asheville for another sculptural how-to video. We're going to be doing soldering today, so you want to grab a soldering gun, and the first step is to clean off the tip to kind of remove some old solder from whoever used it before. Make sure the rag is wet once you clean it off, and then we're going to be using galvanized wire for the soldering process. So unroll a piece from the spool without kinking it. Rather than pulling it, you want to kind of roll it out like that, and then just start kind of bending it and forming it to the shape that you want. In this case, Matt's just going to do a simple loop and crossover. You can use masking tape or metal tacks to hold it down to this 2x4 pine block. And I think this actually might be drafting tape. It's not as sticky as masking tape, so definitely want to use masking tape for its better adhesion. But like I said, you can use metal tacks as well. We have a container of tacks in the 3D-Design studio for you to use. You can see it there. So these are the different solders that we have to practice for your cube. We have rosin core, acid core. Both have flux inside the solder. That's ideally what you want to use. This type does not have a core of flux in it, and so you have to actually use paste flux in the joint to get it to clean and protect your weld. But if you're going to be doing soldering, I would highly recommend just buying a roll of acid core or rosin core solder, so you don't even have to use the paste flux. In this case, Matt's going to demo the process using flux and that solder without flux in its core. So first he's preheating the wire by holding the soldering gun at the joint that he's going to be soldering, and then he put the paste flux on there, and then he's grabbing a little bit of solder, putting it directly into the joint. Once it heats up, it flows like water, and it cools pretty quickly. You don't want to touch it for a few seconds so that it has a chance to fully harden before you go picking it up. And keep in mind that right at the point of connection, it's still going to be pretty hot, so be careful not to hurt yourself. So Matt's demonstrating now how to actually remove a joint. It's not a permanent welded joint. It's a non-fusion weld, so just with a little bit of heat from the soldering gun, you can remelt the solder and take things apart if you need to. So that's the process in a nutshell. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can ask Matt or myself, send us an email, but really it just takes practice. The more practice you can allow yourself, the better you're going to get. Thank you very much.